Hey everybody, this is a Shadowbox. Welcome back to my Trains and Planes channel. Welcome back to Railroader. This is episode 2 of the proper Let's Play. If you missed episode 1, I'd highly suggest you check it out. And if you want to see how I set up a start in Bryson, make sure you check out episode 0. But we are right where we left off. We are waiting for the passengers to finish loading here in Whittier. We've got a 7:25 timetable departure and arrival back at Ella at 7:30. And by the time we finish this run, we do have our log cars staged at Connolly Creek. They should be loaded, and our consolidation can bring them back to the sawmill, and we will get our first freight deliveries in. So yeah, lots to do this episode. Let's get to it. Alright, that is the passenger train turned around and ready to go. And it is on the AI. It will depart at its timetabled time of noon. So we can just kind of set it and forget it here. Let's jump over to Connolly Creek and see if those log cars are ready to go. Alright, here we are back with the number 2 at Connolly Creek. And as you can see, the log cars are indeed ready to come back to the sawmill. So let's go ahead and back it up. I am still a bit sick, so I'm going to go back and try to edit out my coughing and stuff, but if I miss one or two here or there, I do apologize. Alright, and we're headed back down the hill. Almost 800 tons of logs at Tier 1 of the sawmill. Maybe you can see why I started with a C-46. Alright, here we are approaching the sawmill. Our first real load of freight delivered. Captive service freight, but still freight. We'll try to get the cars on the bridge, so you know, honestly, this river should be flowing the other way. I mean, I know it's geographically, or at least I assume it's geographically accurate to the real area. But it's like if we could have the river flowing the other way, we could stop on the bridge and drop the logs in the water and float them to the sawmill. I guess rolling them in the embankment into the pond is not, you know, not terrible. Alright, that'll work. And we're unloading. Alright, let's run back and take a look at our interchange. Not too crazy. And it's even fairly well blocked for us, so that's nice. I am gonna run to the back of the train. Oh, I need to set the unloads on this. So I've wanted to do a Railroader series for a long time. I just couldn't figure out how to make it different from the ones that are already out there. And I love a lot of the Let's Plays that are out. Obviously, I've mentioned before, I watch Heiss's channel. I love his Railroader Let's Play. I watch Angry Ragtimer. I like that he uses mods, but I don't want to sound like I'm calling him out or anything, because like I still watch his content. I like the content that he makes, but he does have a tendency to just kind of like in the middle of the game just like spawn things in that you need. And if that's what you like sure, more power to you, but for me, I like there to be a progression. Like in the last video I watched, he just kind of spawned a couple of GP38s, and like I said, if that's enjoyable for you, then more power to you. So I decided to just make the Let's Play that I want, and that's a modded game in company mode with no extra spawning or cheating, and with a different sort of start, because everybody's done the East Whittier to Ella start so many times. I've also been watching Kerbo's series. I like his series a lot. He just started season 2, which I'm looking forward to, but he just said that he's not going to expand to the whole railroad, and he's not using mods, at least at this time. So again, I'm going to watch that series and I'm going to enjoy it, but I feel like there was something missing. So I decided to make the Let's Play that I have wanted to watch. And that's what brought us here. And I hope you guys are enjoying, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of the series. And just as a reminder, I am looking for people to play Railroader with. So if you would like to be on the series, or just hang out and play off camera, head to my Discord, which is linked in the description below. We'll get you set up with the mods, and you can jump on and play. As you can tell from my browned locomotive, I am not too worried about the safety rating. I don't want to cause crashes just to cause crashes, but if you crash because you were trying to do something fun, like if you accidentally crash because you were trying to do something fun, I'm not gonna mind. If you just full send your locomotive into other people because you think that's funny, that I would mind. Okay, let's see. We're going up to here. And let's oil. We don't really need to oil these that much because they're not going very far. Can you chill out, cars? Just a little spurts of oil. That should do it. And since we're damaged, I'll just check. Yeah, we're still good on oil on the locomotive. Alright, let's get these cars delivered to the sawmill. I know I have some cars for Whittier proper on here, but rather than unburying the sawmill cars, I'll just pull them with me. We do have a nice drill track with this, I think that's called a drill track. I'm not positive. So we don't have to come out and foul the main. Not that there's any other locomotives right now. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll bring time forward. Oh, I guess the passenger train leaves at, I guess it leaves at noon, doesn't it? So we can actually go forward hours. There we go. So now the passenger train will leave in 15 minutes, and we'll probably have to interact with it at Whittier. Though I guess once it gets to Whittier, it's at the end of its route. Though we have to get it turned around to head back, because we do still have another run back also. So yeah, that will be interesting. On my other save, my off-camera save uses the same mod pack. I have my passenger trains set up like hours apart, so this is the first time that I'm having kind of a tight timetable. And when I ran it myself, I kind of liked it. So we'll see if I can stay on top of managing it with the AI running it. Because I'm not going to be able to just let it sit at Whittier for hours. I'm going to have to, like, as soon as it gets to Whittier, I'm going to have to watch it and be ready to get it turned around so it can run back. And yes, I am aware of Rex's Birdtown and all those mods. I do really enjoy them. I played with the older version of Birdtown. I think it was Birdtown version like 2 point something that I played. And I think he's on version 3 now, if I recall correctly. It just ended up being a lot. And especially because at most I have like 1 to 3 other people playing with me. It is a lot. And since I do want to expand to the whole railroad, I figured adding, enhancing a couple of the vanilla industries and adding 1 extra would give us enough things to do that we wouldn't be bored, we can make decent money. It's a little bit different from all the other Let's Plays. And we won't be overwhelmed. Alright, and there's the sawmill cars delivered. And we do still have quite a few cars to deliver elsewhere. Yeah, if this is tier 1 for the contracts we have, just wait till we get to tier 2. We're gonna be glad we have the C-46. And we need to repair the bridge up to Alarka. I know I definitely want to get to Alarka before we go to Silva. And I do mean Alarka, not Alarka Junction. So we have a few milestones to get. Because I'm debating if I want to enhance the Silva paperboard and Parsons Tannery, or if I want to leave them as they are. You guys will have to let me know what you think, because I know in vanilla, I believe at tier 5 they get either 15 or 20 cars a day each of pulpwood, which granted is a large train, especially if you're bringing it all at once. It's 30 to 40 cars of pulpwood. That's going to get quite heavy. You're going to at least need a decapod to get it there. But I kind of feel like the tannery and paperboard are the big money makers, and now that we've enhanced the sawmill, kind of taken that away from them. But if you think that we have enough to do, I totally understand that too. I kind of think it would just be cool to have further use for MVR's logging cars. Like, we could use those to haul the pulpwood as well. So, I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to make a decision right now. At least not till this video goes up, because we have a lot of time before we get to Silva. So please let me know what you guys think, if you want to see the Silva Industries enhanced also, or if we should just leave them as they are. Alright, let's make sure these guys at least have like 70% oil. Alright, here we are with our first cut of freight cars to be delivered off the main line. I mean, I guess we've already delivered some freight cars up here, but that all stayed in the yard. Let's get these going. Not in any particular hurry, because like I said, we do need to wait for the passenger train to get to Whittier before we can leave Whittier. Pull up the map and make sure our switches are set. Take the siding there. And hopefully we can fit in the runaround here. I didn't think about that. I suppose technically we could run around with half the train still attached to us. That would just be kind of weird. We'd make a cursed consist with the locomotive in the middle for a minute. Or maybe we just drop the load in Whittier, run up to Ella, do the Ella switching, run back to Whittier. That's a lot of back and forth. I don't care for that. I could drop the train on the main, run around it, grab the cars I need, and then pull the rest of the train back onto the siding to wait for the passenger train. And I have 20 minutes, theoretically, till the passenger train's here, so yeah, there's no way we're fitting that full cut of cars in there in the space for me to run around, so I guess we are going to do that. Alternatively, I could make the passenger train take the second track at Whittier. That just feels weird, though, making the passengers walk across the tracks to get to the station. I mean, I guess there is a crossing right here, but still they'd have to unload from the cars and the gravel or in the ballast. And that's just not a good idea. We don't have any cars for the house track, do we? Nope. So I'll just pull up here so we're not blocking the crossing. Dump the air and leave the train here. And let's run around. Got 18 minutes. Alright, here we are on the other side of our train, and we are going to switch quick. So we're going to be doing some kicking. Alright, let's get these guys up to speed. Get some brake. Let them go. Get some separation. Kicking across a level crossing seems safe. First car delivered. All right. Now there is a incline here. What is this actually at? 2%? We'll kick him at like 15. Yellow. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Let's pretend it was ironically. Is this gonna have the oomph? I think so. Oh yeah. Perfect. Alright, now let's get this consist out of the way. And 3 should be arriving at Ella, whatever you want to call it. Yep. What time did I have you timetabled to arrive there? I feel like you're late. Nope. Oh, wait. Alright. You're going to be basically right on time. And I think for tomorrow, it would be a good idea. Let me make sure. Yeah, we have 3 days until our next loan payment. Let's go ahead and... Where is my... Why don't I have milestones up here? We're in sandbox still from when I when I had to fix the coaches. Thankfully, we've still been getting paid. This has been one session, by the way, all the way from episode 0 to now. So that's why when I had to fix the coaches in episode 1 and went into sandbox mode, that's why I was still in it. Okay, now I can go here, go to milestones. There we go. Let's get the line to Fontana Phase 1, or Fontana Phase 1. And there was our meet. We will go ahead and flip that switch. And I'm actually going to tell you to head out on the road, number 2. We'll make sure you're lined into Ella. And let's go grab the number 1. 14 out of 16, 14 out of 60. Okay. Not as many passengers as I thought based off of how many were delivered to Ella. But that's okay. Like I said, the passenger demand will increase. Alright, we've got the passenger train turned around. It's set back to AE Road. And we are set to 1 Bravo westbound. So he should, and I did set the passenger coaches, should hold at Whittier and depart at 12:25. Just as Train 2 is getting up here. So we'll go ahead and we'll take manual control from Train 2. Or, sorry, Locomotive 2. Go ahead and clear the intersection, and we just need or the crossing, and we just need to make sure we are off that main by the time the passenger train gets up here, because we have these Ella cars to spot. I don't think I'm going to be able to spot the cars and pull around back to the front of the train before the passenger train gets here. I will try, so we're not held up by the passenger train again, but we may end up having to let the passenger train go around and then kind of following behind it with the freight, which is fine. Excuse me, sorry. Technically, we don't have a timetable for the freight service yet, so I should be running with glass lamps, but not going to. Because we know... I'm basically pretending that it's on the timetable. I just don't want to set the timetable for the freight train because it doesn't really do anything. Alright, actually, we might... Yeah, we should be able to get out ahead of the passenger train. Just kick these couple cars here, and we'll head back around. Okay, so the farm supply is out in front. Again, kicking across level crossings. What's the worst that could happen? Ouch. Well, this train was already a little... or this locomotive was already a little damaged. Did we do any damage to the cargo? No. That's all that really matters. Okay. I mean, not safety rating-wise, obviously. But, as previously stated, don't really care. Oh no, they were both for farm supply. Oh, I just boned myself. I was like, why didn't we get paid for that? Because you should have kicked them together, you moron. And now you're going to have to go up and actually shove it because that one stopped right on the edge of the zone. Ugh. So now we're probably going to have to end up holding for the passenger train because they're going to depart Ella in Whittier in 20 seconds. And then they'll be here in 5 minutes. Let's see how fast I can do this. Alright guys, we're all hooked up and ready to highball out of here. I will see you guys when we get to Bryson, unless I, derail along the way. Oh, and look at that. The number one's coming in right behind us. That was perfect timing. Make sure we don't forget the switch this time. And there's the number one. Alright guys, here we are arriving at Bryson. So far uneventful. We do have the passenger train following behind us. So far we've not had to make them stop for a red, and I think we'll get in here with plenty of time. They shouldn't need to stop at all, so everything worked out in that regard. We are going to have to wait until after the passenger train gets to Bryson to switch the ice cream factory, but we can get everything else done really quick. Should not be any issue. How many carts do we have for Appalachian hardwoods? Only 3. I think I'm still going to stick them on a different track and do the lumber and coal supply real quick. Alright, and let's just kick these back real quick. That's good on those. I don't know if we're all gonna fit here. I think I have to line the turntable. Can I get it before we get to that track? Cutting it close, but made it. And yeah, we would not have fit, so I did need to line the track. Alright. You are going to the lower track. Let's see if that works. That one's going up a slope, so I'm not entirely sure it's going to make it, but we'll try. Oh, it's stalling out. Yep. Okay, that's okay. Good there. Oh, and look, the passenger train's here. We didn't have to wait very long. Running a little bit late, probably because of that restricting signal. Just slightly. Nothing I can't live, nothing I can't live with. I think we will go ahead and switch the ice cream factory first because we got to run to that side of the cars anyway. So instead of running back and forth, we'll just run to that side once, switch the factory, come up and push these over to Appalachian Hardwoods, and then we will be done with the day. Said I'm really bad at blowing for crossings. We should have more passengers tomorrow. Alright, the one has the coaches in position. We'll go ahead and tie him down there and have the one run to the refueling track. And the two should now be in position for us to take over and go ahead and start switching. What do we have here? We've got UL3, which is right there. Oh, look at that. We're already lined for it. Let's go ahead and get that kicked in, followed by 2 is the next track over, assuming 1 is after that. Yep. Look at that. That's nicely laid out. So we'll cut you, brake. Get going here. And then we'll cut you, brake, and switch. We'll cut you and brake. And switch. And there we go. Now I'm assuming 4 is going to be up against the to the left there. It is. Make sure we're lined. Cut and brake. I started braking before I cut that one, so I don't know if it'll make it all the way. The hopper's definitely good, though. Oh yeah, that'll make it. Excellent. Let's get on out of here. Alright, we're hooked into the next cut. I'm gonna have the auto engineer start moving it up to here. And then I'm gonna fuel and water the number 1 and get it parked in the roundhouse for routine maintenance overnight. Alright, the number 1's put away for the day. Let's go ahead and take over the number 2 again. Of course, the AI stopped at the signal because the switch wasn't lined. Well, that's okay. Let's get ready to kick this oil car down the grade. That oil car is booking it. I did kick it at basically 20 miles an hour. Down a grade. It's fine. What is, it's fine. Okay. Alright, so we are going to have to shuffle these cars around a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, you guys are free. And now we gotta go grab that car for G3A, because you can see it's on, it needs to be on the other side of the hopper, so that's why we had to kick it with the R1 car. That should be good for you. Oh, just short. Alright, so, I mean, maybe, no, I would have to kick it at like 5 miles an hour. We're just gonna go up and push it. That's alright, it's the last switch move of the day. See how close that was to being delivered? Super close. Alrighty. Well, guys, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Why did I say it like that? Episode. Ugh. I think that's going to do it for this episode and for the Stay in Railroader. Thank you guys so much for watching. At the beginning of the next episode, we'll, if I remember, we'll take a look at the company ledger and see how much money we made from the sawmill and freight and all that. Even with buying the Fontana Bridge site before the sawmill income, the day was almost a wash, thanks to the passengers and the freight income. So yeah, we're gonna do pretty well with this setup. I'm gonna go ahead and get this locomotive recoaled, rewatered, and stabled, so the crews can start repairing the damage I did on the in the last episode. And until next time, I'm a Shadowbox, and you guys have a good one.